Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Everyone, y'all, hit the like button. Thanks for being here. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So today we're going to be discussing more seduction techniques because a lot of y'all don't realize that sometimes y'all can't get money out of men or get them to deliver because you don't know how to seduce, or you don't have any techniques, or you don't know how to flirt, or you don't know how to keep their attention, or you don't know how to make them want you more, because it's not something that is taught in school. It's something you have to create or learn how to do naturally or learn from other people. So a lot of the times, I'm going to tell y'all are too much in your heads a lot of the time. This is why you can't get anything, because you're too much in your head. Use more of your body language and what men are actually attracted to. Okay? You're thinking too hard, too much. And that's where a lot of ladies can't get ahead, literally. So, men are very simple creatures. Women overcomplicate everything. And if you're going to overcomplicate dating and getting money, it's literally your fault. Okay. I have a Patreon. I have 2 Patreons. And when you guys write me in the messenger section, y'all overcomplicate so much. And the answer is literally 1 or 2 sentences. But you look too far into everything. And that's the problem. When you are trying to seduce someone, you are living in the moment right now. When you are trying to get someone to give you something, you want it now or very soon. It requires no overthinking. What you must do is very simple. You need to catch their attention, hold it, and leave them wanting more. That's all you got to do. So, by nature, most men are narcissistic and a little bit arrogant. So you're going to appeal to their ego and their fantasies quick. You're going to make it seem like they're the man for you. Okay. Especially if you know they have money and they can spend. You don't need to be nervous. You don't need to be thinking you're not doing something right. You don't need to be worried about this, and that. You need to be focused on getting what you went there to get. And a lot of y'all ladies don't do that. So get y'all pens and paper ready. So I'm going to give y'all some tips. When you are sitting at a table on a date, having dinner or whatever with some dude, you need to maintain eye contact with this dude, okay? You got to look him in the eye, hang on to his every word, lean in, be vulnerable, like play dumb, tell them what they need to hear, compliment them on them, taking you to a nice place and how great this date is going, and, how you love being in their company and how this is the best date you've been on in a long time, and blah, 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 blah. Tell them what they need to hear. Because if you tell them what they need to hear, they're eager to hear more. And then when you tell that they're eating out of the palm of your hand, then you pull back. You lose a little bit of interest in them momentarily. Okay, so the dinner is going great. You've been making eye contact, smiling, laughing at their jokes, telling them that they're the best date you've been on in a long time, and you're so glad that you've met them. They've made your week or your month, blah, 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 blah. And then you say, oh, I'm just so sad this has to end. I mean, there's so much more, we could probably do today. And it's such a beautiful day outside if y'all are on a daytime date. If y'all are on a nighttime date, it's such a beautiful night, and I really enjoy being here with you. It's just perfect. Keep using the word perfect and doing eye contact. And then what they're going to do, because they feel like, oh, I must be a really good date and she really thinks I'm all that. So then they're going to ask you, well, what else do you want to do? I say, then you can be like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure you're going to be into it. So you kind of bait them a little bit. Well, what is it? I might be into it. Well, and then whatever you're trying to do next, say it. And they'll be more on board to do it, to make you think that they're also on board and that they're living up to this perfect date, great date. You've made my week or month. They're going to live up to whatever it is that you're going to ask for or where you want to go. Okay. So you maintain that eye contact, and then every once in a while you look away and give your attention elsewhere. And then you then right back to the eye contact so that they know that they have to keep your attention, not that it's automatically just given, you know. And so they're more likely to do whatever you need them to do. And, make sure you look good, and you're try to look better than, if you're a good looking woman, try to look better than anyone that's going to be at the place if you can. You know what I'm saying? And when I say look better, I mean like take more time on your appearance, but don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you look good in the eyes of that man, like what you think he probably is going to find attractive. Thank you, Nicole, for being a member. So if he says no, then say, you know what? You're right. It's probably a little bit late. And I probably need to get home and get some rest. I have a busy week. I just didn't want this to end. It was so great. So once again, thank you so much. And then he's going to really sit and think about that. He's going to be like, dang, she really likes me. She's probably going to give it up too. But she wasn't over flirtatious. So she's probably not easy. He's going to be thinking about you more often than he would have if you had just been blah. You know what I'm saying? And didn't mention that. So the chances of going on another date with this person and them trying to impress you even more or do more is going to increase if this is what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So what if he keeps asking to go on dates repeatedly but is always on his phone? Get on your phone too. Bam, sprinkle, sprinkle. If someone is always on their phone, get on your phone because it's okay. Like, have a conversation about it. It's like, you know what? This is, the modern age. Everyone's always going to be on their phone. I really don't take offense to you being on your phone because I know I wanted to pick mine up too. So, like, whenever you are done, I'll get off mine too. But, in the meantime, let me check my DMs. Ah, you know, act like it's not a big deal because the one thing that a man does not want is you nagging or getting upset because he pulled out his phone. Like, no one cares anymore. If you want to be the main focus of this man, act like you don't need him, man. But act like you're still having a good time, you know. Oh, Abigail, sprinkle, sprinkle. How can I join my level up Facebook? There's a link in the description bar all the way at the end. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. And just, contact that person and ask, young men aren't the target. No, they're not. So, um, and I always tell people this, if you're dating guys that are young, click off this channel because I don't really give information on dating children because that's what I'm calling them because they're still mentally too young to please you. They're mentally too young to provide, or they're mentally too young to be the responsible type of man that you probably want. So I don't deal with anybody in their 20s, unless they're just trying to give you some money. Okay. So dating a man in his 20s is literally for fun, and that's it only. I don't take any man in their 20s seriously whatsoever. So if you're asking me about some dude in his 20s, don't bother because it's just a waste of your time. Okay? Just have fun and try to date somebody older at the same time. If you are dating someone in their 20s, make sure you have a dude on the side that has, more maturity and money. Okay? And that can actually do what you need them to do. So Don't ask me about no 29, 20-something-year-olds. They're not worth speaking on. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Now, another way that you can seduce someone is to constantly, you know, okay, when there's a lot of body language that happens. So when you say their name, make sure you often say their name. And when you say their name, look into their eye. Like, let's just, I'm gonna pick one of these names. Give me a dude's name so I can say it. Hmm, give me a good example. George. All right. We're gonna use Sean. So I'm gonna look into the camera. See, is this eye contact? George, give a slight pause, like you're not in a hurry, and they don't know. They're anticipating what it's getting ready to come out your mouth. They're scared. They're nervous. They don't know if it's a compliment or you about to tell them to shut up or that this ain't working out. So you do a little pause. You be like, George, this is the best time that I've had in such a long time. So give them the stare, the pause, so they can anticipate, and then you throw that on them. And then we're like, oh, really? I'm having a great time too. Da, 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 da. Yeah, we're having so much fun, aren't we? Then do like a little smirk, like we could be having so much more fun. Insinuate something a little bit naughty, but you're not going to say it. You're going to just make him think naughty, but you're still innocent because you haven't said anything. He's the one that's going to feel guilty or like a tinge because he's now thinking naughty. So you have to, like, insinuate more than you say. So we are having such a good time, aren't we? Give him like a little look. You're like, yeah. It's like, and then look to the side like you're having a dirty thought, but he doesn't know if you are or not. I'm so glad I met you. Then, like, throw a little bit of the innocence in there. Like, you know how kids do this? Like, they're slightly nervous or fidgeting because they're anticipating your response. Like, so seduction, throw a little bit of innocence in there, and mystery by not speaking too much and just only insinuating so that they're doing more of the overthinking now. Okay. Now the man is doing more of the overthinking than you are because you're setting him up to overthink, to want more, to think that he is the best thing ever that has happened to you recently, to think that, do you really want him? And, how much more fun can we have together? And, you know, she's so cute. She's so sweet. Look how she's like so vulnerable to tell me that. And look at her. She can have any other guy she wants. There must be some real chemistry here. That's what he's going to be thinking in his mind. Okay. You don't have to say anything. Some of y'all ladies talk to y'all are blue in the face and still don't get the effect that less speaking can get. And when you do speak, make sure you don't speak in a hurry. And make sure you're not all, loud. Make sure you're at a slow pace. If y'all watched my video yesterday about the siren and mermaid, um, when you speak in a melodic tone that's not rushed. Because when you don't speak fast, loud, or in a hurry, people tend to like fall under your spell because you're luring them in. It's like a storyteller. It's like a song that lures you in and it's on repeat and you just can't get it out of your head. So you just need to take your time. And when you speak, and I tell y'all ladies all the time, control your emotions, and people can hear emotion in your voice. They can hear when something makes you mad. They can hear when something bothers you. So Practice speaking without emotion, but more in a melodic tone. Like, for example, something that might make you mad, instead of saying, "Oh my gosh, this person like really made me mad the other day," and or this person really gets on my nerve. You can say, "You know what? There's some people that I really don't deal with because we just don't really get along, but I'm really glad that you're someone that, is so easy to speak with." So when like if someone is asking about, or you're talking about your day, or a coworker or someone that's getting on your nerves, you don't give into your emotion when you're speaking about them. You just mention them briefly and move on to the next subject, because if a man sees how emotional that you can get just by talking, they're going to automatically think that you're chaotic, overly emotional, and it's harder to kind of like get you in the mode or the mood to, uh, you know, be more romantic or seductive, because you're going from, okay, date, we're supposed to be on a romantic date, to now you're angry, to now you're upset, and it's too many emotions flying around, especially in a conversation. So control the emotion in your conversation by skipping over it. Okay. So, for example, if a lot of these guys are telling you, "Oh, I'm dating. Are you dating other people? I'm dating other women right now." And then a lot of people ask me, "What if they say that they're dating other women?" Don't care. It's like, you know what? I understand. I mean, you're probably a really good catch. Girl, let him think that him dating other women, which he's probably not dating anyone as good as you. If you tell him he's a good catch and that you understand why, then he's going to be more attracted to you because you see his value, without getting jealous, which is an emotion, without being upset or mad. He might have been trying to trigger you to see if you were going to get mad, or if you were going to mention that you were dating someone else. You never date. If they ask, "Are you dating someone else?" This is your answer. Well, the last date, let's just say the last date that I went on is very, I don't even remember his name, but you, on the other hand, I'm going to remember you because, this date is awesome so far. So far. So, it just wasn't really a match. So I don't think we have to worry about that anymore. Anyway, keep making eye contact, look away, make eye contact, look away, come back to the eye contact, and then like get your menu and be like, I don't know what to get. I've been so focused on talking to you, I didn't even really think about what I wanted to eat. What are you getting? I don't know. Anyway, so, you seduce by staying unbothered. Basically, tell them what they need to hear, what they want to hear, and keep giving them like not compliments on their looks, not compliments on, their success, but compliments on how great of a time you're having with them, how great of a date this is to you, how much you like spending time with them. And then you get to the money. Then you get to the money. Then you say, okay, well, yeah. I mean, you're so great. I could just only imagine what type of things you like to do for fun. Well, I like to do blah 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 blah. Okay, what do you like to do? Well, it's kind of a guilty pleasure, and most guys don't think it's an activity, but shopping is like a sport to me. But I haven't really been able to go shopping in a while. So, I kind of miss it. Well, why haven't you been able to go? Oh, trying to save money. It's just, you know how it is. But I'm having so much fun now. If you're next to a shopping center, start looking over there. Then make eye contact with him. Then look at the shopping center. Then make eye contact. If you got a straw or a glass of wine, use your lips to distract him when you take your eyes off of him. So you're looking over here at the shopping center, and then you look back in his eyes, and then you. Well, there's a shopping center over there. That's what he's gonna say. There's a shopping center over there. You wanna go look around? Oh, I wish I could. I didn't plan on spending any money today. Well, I got you. What you want? Don't play. I'm not playing. And I didn't think this date could get any better. Then act like you're blushing. Well, I guess we could go over there after. You are so sweet. That's all you gotta do. You can get that money and go shopping. Okay. You want to hire a matchmaker, but you have to let go previous match. If I want new match, how do I go around while keeping this up? I don't know. I don't know nothing about no matchmakers. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I know about getting this money from all of them. Why have one match when you can have several matches? Sprinkle, sprinkle. They gonna match you up with other people at the same time? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said sounds like prostitution. It's only prostitution if you can't get nothing for free. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. See, most women who aren't able to seduce and use what they have, like their voice, their looks, their appearance, their eye contact, most women can't get money out of men without thinking they have to sleep with them. That's y'all's fault because y'all don't know how to use all the other parts of your body to get what you want. Okay. Most men will spend on you and give you things without needing to sleep with you. If y'all can't do that, watch this video. I'm telling y'all how to get it. Dating does not mean sex. Just because every time you go out on a date or you claim to date someone and you have sex with them, that's not what it means for everyone, ma'am. So when y'all automatically assume that when you're dating a man that you're going to sleep with them or that you're sleeping with them, that's because that's what y'all do. Okay. Dating is not the same thing as sleeping with anybody. You could date someone for months and never sleep with them. Okay. If y'all's definition of dating requires them to sleep with you or you to sleep with them in exchange to get to know one another, that's your definition of dating. And because we say dating, we might date 3 people a day. That doesn't mean we're sleeping with them. That means we're going to lunch, dinner, happy hour, cocktail hour, or whatever with 3 different guys. And out of one of them guys or 2 of them guys, somebody's going to gift you, offer you another date, take you shopping, offer you something. Okay. It doesn't mean that you're sleeping with any of them. So when y'all say this sounds like prostitution, that's because that's what you would do in this scenario. You would think the only thing you had to offer any man was sex. And so therefore, in your mind, you're going to equate it to prostitution because you have no other skills. Okay. So stop comparing it to prostitution if you are smart and have other skills and ways to seduce and get money. What if he's asking you to pick the place? Shall I pick the most expensive in the area? Ask him to pick. Well, warn him before you pick and say, you know what? I have really expensive taste. Are you sure you want me to pick? Like, give him a chance. Then he'll be like, well, maybe I better pick. It's like, maybe you better. Because, I want to show you off. I want us to go to the best place. I really think that we'd have a great time. And it's it's kind of a fantasy of mine to go to like one of the most expensive restaurants with a really handsome man. Because I've been dying to wear this dress that's been hanging in my closet. That's all you gotta say. Then he'll be like, well, wherever you want to go, let's go. But always tell them, always tell them you're expensive. Always tell them you have expensive taste, but do it in an innocent way. Like, you know, I have expensive taste, right? That's one of the things that about me that you're gonna find. It's like no matter what, I always gravitate to the most expensive thing, even if there's no prices listed. It's just, I don't know. Then they'll be like, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I bet you are. I can tell. Great minds think alike. Hello, Miss Alex Sprinkle. How are you? Thanks for being a member. So, you said, does this work? Works with any man. What are y'all talking about? Mm-mm. Do you gotta think marrying a 38-year-old man? And girl, don't marry nobody in their 30s either. Sprinkle, unless they super rich and you don't mind sharing them later on. He took you to a trip, but not giving me money. Okay, well, tell him, okay, are you on the trip right now or are you back from the trip and didn't get no money? Never go on a trip before you get money, ma'am. And that money is to cover your expenses while you're gone. Okay, never go on a trip before you get money. That way, when you get back, you're good. You don't have to look for no money because you already got it. He gave it to you before you went. Always get it before. So, for example, if someone asks you, "Oh, you want to go on a vacation with me, or you want to go on a trip with me," and you know him well enough to do that, say, "Yeah, but I have to cover a few expenses before I can leave town, and I have not anticipated for that. So, I would love to go with you. I would love to go to, on a vacation with you and just have the best time ever. But I need to board my 4 dogs that you really don't have, or I really need to, pay my bills before I leave. And, if I'm going to be taking time off of work, I really need, to be compensated for that time. Or, whatever financial thing that you can think of. Make him want to give it to you. Do you recommend any subliminals? You're currently using a few for Siren Marie. Yeah, I'm the best. I do what I want. I get what I want. Men respond to me. Men listen to me all the time. They want to give to me. Literally, men always want to give me money. That's a subliminal you need to tell yourself. And like when you subliminally program yourself with those types of words, wherever you go, whatever guy that you're dealing with, you're going to subliminally find a way for him to get you that money. Okay? Well, that's really very, very important. Um, you live in Canada and the ones with money are strategic and tightly wound with their finances. Yeah. That's why you have to unarm them. You gotta be like, oh, it's so like tell them what they aren't. So if you can tell that they're stingy, it's like, oh, it's so great to, be out finally with such a generous man. Then they're going to want to play that role for you. Okay. So if you can tell that they're cheap and not spending, tell them the opposite. Like, I'm so glad to be out with you. I mean, it's been such a long time since I've been out with such a kind, generous guy. Treat them like you want them to respond. Okay. Then they have to respond to it if they're trying to impress you. How to stop being shy to ask for gifts? Okay. You don't ask, you tell. You never ask. You mention that you want something. You mention that you like something, you mention that you like or wish you had something, and you allow them to offer it to you. Okay. So, for example, oh my gosh, I had to borrow my friend's such and such because I don't, like it smells so good, like perfume. And I told her I'm gonna try to get some, but it's just so expensive. So I hope you don't get too attached to this fragrance because it's literally my friend's. Well, what smell is it? "Oh, it's such and such, such and such. I really like it." So, then name a far off holidays, and maybe I'll get some for Christmas next year. Girl, you're gonna have that perfume quick. Okay, and it's a small token. Start off with something a little bit small and then work your way to the big things. So on the first date, you can mention something like that. Then when he gets in the habit of buying you stuff and seeing how happy you are when you receive gifts or money or whatever, he's going to want to do it more. So when you receive a gift or get something you actually want or get some money from a guy, you have to act like it's the best thing ever. But don't overdo it because then he'll know it's fake. So you got to be like, let's say he gives you some money. Oh, here's something for you. Like, for me? Thank you so much. Don't even look at it. Act like you don't even know what it is. Thank you so much. Is this a card? Act like you don't know. Play dumb. And then open it up. A moment of silence. Look at it. Then look him in the eye. Then look at it again. Tilt your head. Then take a long blink and a swallow. Like, thank you so much. This, you don't know, like, then grab his hand, girl, reach over the tree. You don't know what this means to me. Oh my gosh. George. What if a man buys gifts on a date and then says he expects sex? Like, well, I expect a lot of things, but that don't happen. Oh, you expect sex? I'm not that kind of girl, but I really do love the gift. What he gonna do? Say no, give it back because you ain't that kind of girl? Or if you don't do the baby voice, and he says he expects sex after he give you the gift, you be like, sit, do a little mystery. Sit there, raise your eyebrow, and like think about it for a second, and be like, well, I'm not that kind of girl, but it is tempting. But I'm just not that kind of girl. Do you want the gift back? No, I was just kidding. You keep it. See, if you give him a tinge of hope that it could possibly happen in the future and that you actually do want to sleep with him eventually, you ain't got to worry. But if you're acting scared, like you have no power, like you're not the woman or the seductress, and you're nervous and you're scared to ask for gifts or you're scared to play the game, then you're gonna feel obligated to someone who you have nothing to feel obligated for. You know what I'm saying? So remember, you are the most powerful piece, even on the chessboard, man. What are you doing? Why are y'all playing like y'all ain't? You know? So when y'all get out on dates, act like you're the queen on the chessboard. Do y'all know how to play chess? Then act like you're the queen on the chessboard. You are the most powerful, important piece on the board. Okay? So act like it. Y'all stop acting scared and like you owe somebody something. You don't owe anybody anything. Okay? Your job is to seduce, entice, collect money, get provided for, etc., etc. Y'all are doing this out of, y'all are in fear when y'all are going out on dates. Y'all are scared when y'all are supposed to be being catered to, put up on a pedestal, um, courted, impressed. And y'all are doing the exact opposite. This is why a lot of you ladies can't get no money because y'all aren't coming from the position of power. And when I say power, I don't mean a masculine power. I mean a feminine power. The power to seduce, the power to get a man to melt, the power to get a man to do whatever you need him to do by doing exactly what I'm trying to teach y'all. So a lot of times y'all just have to stop working from the masculine angle and work from the feminine angle. Oh, Russell, sprinkle, sprinkle. See, Shira is fearless. Thank you, Russell. Russell, I really appreciate that. You're so generous today. I give a little taste of it to Russell. Thank you, Russell. Appreciate it. So y'all go subscribe to his channel. He always coming over here. Sprinkle, sprinkle it bean. Okay. So I don't know. I guess you could ask Russell because he goes on out on lots of dates. Do women seduce you? Or do you seduce them? Or do y'all seduce each other? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been on a date, child. I'm married, so I don't know. Thank you for the shout outs. You're welcome, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Russell. Again, thank you for the money. Oh, new member, AG. Thanks for being a member. Okay. Any books on confidence? You don't need a book on confidence, ma'am. You just have to act like you're all that. That's it. That's literally it. Like, wherever you feel insecure, feel confident instead, and it's in its place. Okay, Brittany says a guy you want has a girlfriend. I just want him to trick off on you. He asked to be my friend on Facebook, did the normal like an old pic. What to do now? I'm not chasing. Okay, be his friend, and if he gives you money, great. If he doesn't, then great. Nothing lost. And usually when guys have trouble with their girlfriends, you're the first one that they run to anyway. So it's only a matter of time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Be patient. Oh, Russell, another one? You go out on dates a lot? I do. All right. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, Russell, another one? I sound like DJ Khaled over here. Thank you, Russell. He just sprinkled. I can go get my nails done now and my toes. Thank you, Russ. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yeah, when I was your age, well, no, when I was way younger than you, I was going out a lot too. That's how I know what I know. All right. He said, Russell ain't no Dusty, obviously. I know, right? He's the opposite of dust. He's like sprinkles, like glitter. He said, sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Rachel says she just subscribed to Russell. All right. Let me read some of y'all's questions now. Oh, Araya, your boss is in his 50s and you're in your 30s. He's obsessed with me and I want a promotion. Can you please explain how to handle bosses? Yes, of course, darling. You got to seduce the raise. You got to look him in his eye. You got to be like, sir or Mr. whatever. And remember that melodic tone, that's what you need. Look him in his eye and say, sir, I really enjoy working with you for the company. And I really love being here. And I just want to ask you if you have time to possibly discuss, perhaps an increase in my salary. That's how you ask for a raise, man. Now they know you like working there. You kind of flirting with him a little bit, but he don't really know if you flirt with him or just saying you like the job. You're giving him eye contact, looking away. Then you're saying, "Do you have time to discuss give me some more money?" Basically. And he was like, "Of course we have time. Let's set up a meeting." Then if you like him, he'll most likely set up a meeting at lunch or take you to a restaurant to discuss it. "Oh, bad gal Becca, sprinkle, sprinkle, thank you. I'm kind of busy all day today and tomorrow, but only time I really have available is lunch. So if you want to discuss it or if you have time at lunch to discuss, then, that's very much a possibility." Oh, Tammy, sprinkle, sprinkle. Once you've been sheared, you can never go back. That's right. Ain't no turning back. Thank you. I appreciate it. You said, why don't I have a man though? I got a husband. And maybe some other stuff on the side that y'all don't know about. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I have a husband and I've been married for quite a long time. I don't know why people think I'm single. I mean, I've been wearing my wedding ring the entire time I've been on YouTube and all up and through my pictures. I think people just assume that I'm not married because I look so good. Like, it's gonna take a lot to take this off the market, right? Thank you. But unfortunately, I am taken. Now, if anyone else wants to try to take me away, it's gonna take a lot of money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There's a few that were up for the challenge, but they didn't make it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If y'all my day ones, y'all already know. And that's a story for another time, though. A couple stories for another time. There have been attempts. Okay. Yeah. You said I'm miserable for real, for real? Well, that's just your opinion. But if you want people to be miserable, then that's what you want for them. That doesn't mean that's what they are or will accept. I'm not miserable. So Russell just threw $300 at me. Does that sound miserable? Thank you, Russell. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. My day ones know, hey, how y'all doing? You said had to be there, child. Oh, Miss Necessary, yeah, you've been around for a while. I know you know the story. Stories. But I'm being good now. All right. I'm on my best behavior. Okay. What must I do if he has a girlfriend, but he wants us to fix our relationship because I left him? Then make sure he fixes you up a nice car note payment every month, a nice mortgage or rent payment every month. Make sure he's making sure that you're living your best life possible before you cater to him, ma'am. Okay. So seducing is more of an art form and it has very little to do with sex. It's more of an art form. It's an art. It's literally an art. Okay. It's like, how acting is part of the fine arts? It's the same thing, except you are luring in. It's kind of like you're an author or a writer, and you have to lure in people to be interested in your book past the first chapter so that they can continue reading it. You have to do things to pique their interest, to make them want to keep reading, to make them want to maybe buy the next series of your book or something like that. So, seduction can be done in several ways, not just sexually. It could be done intellectually. It could be done, with just body language. It could be done with just a touch. That is not sexual at all, you know? It could be done with giving and taking attention away strategically. So it has nothing to do with sex. But the reason why most people associate seduction with sex is because that's where the man wants it to eventually lead. That's why you have the power. Okay. And if you do your, your seduction in the correct way, you're still not doing it in a sexual way, but you have them thinking in a sexual way, which allows them to want to do more for you so that they can pique your interest to want that with them as well. Okay. You said, tell us a story, girl. No, we don't tell those stories over here. You just have to be there. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. If he does a lot for you, but want to pay to sleep with a friend, want to pay to sleep with. Okay. First of all, I don't deal with guys like that. If you want to pay to sleep with my friend, then don't tell me. Go discuss it with them because I'm going to go on to the next person and just get their money too. Like a man doesn't need permission to go sleep with your friend. That is crazy to me. Like, huh? Or that's too close for comfort. That's too comfortable, in my opinion. Like, if you have the nerve to ask me that, I don't have any power over you. Okay. And we're going to have to work on it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, MJ, sprinkle, sprinkle. They should be afraid to ask that. They should be afraid to lose you. If you're that nice and open about it, that's why they feel comfortable enough to ask you. So, for example, this is where you can go shopping or get more money now. You need to act appalled and upset about that question. You need to be like, I don't think so. I'm not that type of person. I can't believe you would ask me such a thing. And literally, I'm quite turned off right now. Now he's upset you. Now you got to make sure that you're all right and make up for it in some way, somehow, and not mention it ever again. You know what I'm saying? You said that man is trash. Just because a man is rich and that he can possibly have your friend or date other women doesn't mean that he has to bring you into the equation if he attempts to do it. Like, if you want that, you need to find a way to get that without me knowing. You need to find a way to not get caught, and you need to find a way to make me even more comfortable with luxuries so that I don't find out nor care if I do, or if I do to get more luxury. Okay. You need to set me up to where whatever happens, I win. Okay. That's the type of seduction that y'all need to set up a man. Y'all don't need to be like some dude, plaything. Oh, back y'all back a sprinkle, sprinkle. Because if a guy had the nerve to ask me that, I would have the nerve to ask him to go to the dealership. A man is so bold to ask you to pay to sleep with your friend, then you should be so bold to ask him to put the down payment on your next car. Okay? And pay the payments. We can be bold together. Oh, you want to sleep with my friend? Well, you got to take me to the dealership. And that's up to you and her. I have nothing to do with it. But if you still want me around, you better put me in a nice vehicle. So I could drive off into the sunset on to the next when I feel like it. You said, can you seduce a man you've already slept with? Yeah, that's easy. Just remind them of the time y'all slept together and seduce them all over again. What are you talking about? Oh, AG, he said he would get me a car as an apology gift. Tips to make sure he follows through. Take him to the dealership. Tell him you're going somewhere. It's a surprise. Get in the car and drive on to the dealership. We're not planning this. You're just going to be, at the dealership when we get out of the car. That's what's happening. Trick them, tell them y'all going to the store, run errands to the gas station, do something, and then end up at the dealership. Tell them you driving. That's it. So someone asked me how to seduce a man that you've already slept with. That's easy. How you think people that are in marriages or are in relationships continue to seduce each other? Now, are you saying someone that you haven't seen in a while? Okay. Then just start reminiscing. That'll get them going right again. Like, you know what? The last time I saw you, you didn't have any clothes on. Now that's all I can see when I look at you. That's all you got to do. Oh, Audrey, sprinkle, sprinkle. I want to leave, but husband said I can leave the apartment. He's not leaving. 50-50 marriage. My mistake. I'm 3 months pregnant with our for her. First of all, you don't need to leave 3 months pregnant in a 50-50 marriage. You're pregnant. You just stop working and make him pay the whole bill. And if you don't pay your if you don't pay your half of the rent, what's he gonna do? Kick a pregnant woman out? All you gonna do is put him on child support and get the other half anyway. So I don't understand why y'all are not realizing your power. If y That was the best time to stop going 50-50 and to tell him to go find a second job or a side hustle while you stay home. Like, I'm not going anywhere. You're gonna man up. I'm pregnant, and you need to go become the man that you're supposed to be instead of continuing to be the loser that you are. Now we can either put all these kids on child support and you gonna pay that way, but I'm not leaving. You're the wife, man. Why are you leaving? And I don't know if all them kids are his or just one, but you need to get on birth control. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. After this one, get your tubes tied, ma'am. No more. All right. Get your tubes tied and file for child support. I hope if it's one father for all the kids, I hope he's on child support if you move out. If not, I hope all the daddies are on child support, and I hope you're getting your checks. And I hope the next time you deal with anybody, if you're going to stay with your husband, that you can collect child support even if you're still married. Just have to have a different address. Just say you're separated, man. Okay? Say, I'm separated, and put your mama's address on there. You get your child support. All right. Either way, get your tubes tied while you're at it, okay? Because you don't need to bring no more kids going 50-50 nowhere. Okay. Should you go to the yacht club? It's close. Yeah, go to the yacht club, girl. Go sit in there, get your little drink and your little outfit looking cute. Then when someone starts talking to you, it's like, oh my gosh, do you have one of these boats out here? How exciting. Oh my gosh, yes, it's been so long since I've ever, been on a boat. It's kind of scary. They're gonna be like inviting you on a boat, child. Arranged marriage, your fiance doesn't contact me. I'm not sure if he's shy or not interested. I don't initiate either. What should I? Girl, if you're in an arranged marriage and he ain't contacting you, that means you can date other men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're like, okay. It's an arrangement. It's not a relationship. Okay. If the guy is not chasing after you, he don't want you. If he's shy, he's the man. He's acting shy and feminine. If he's the man, he don't need to be shy. I'm not deal like if you're not chasing me and you're arranged to marry me, if you're not, maybe he's gay. You don't know. A lot of them arranged marriages is because them dudes are gay. I would check the gaydar. Check y'all's gaydar. You said he's rich though. Then spend his money. What are you doing? Who cares if he ignores you? Make sure you get some money from him so he can ignore you while you shop. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Spend his money. Put a dent in that account and see if he stop ignoring you then. Like, I need to go shopping. Can I have the credit card? Thanks. That's how you engage. If you it's like, "Hi, future husband. I really want to go shopping so I can look good for you. So can I have the credit card?" Y'all already arranged marriage. What he gonna do? Say no? Get your money, ma'am. Yeah. To the person that wants to leave their husband, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're 50-50. Maybe you should just, focus on having your baby and making him get a second job and quitting yours. Okay. To be honest, shopping won't fix everything. She will still want what to get laid. Then she can sleep with somebody else. If he don't like women, then he don't like women. Oh, Jordan, thank you for the cash app sprinkle sprinkle. If he likes women, then he'll come around. You're 23, looking like a model, skinny, tall, blue eyes, dressed well, and take care of yourself. You are also final year med student, never had boyfriend, and never dated. What to do? Go date and get a boyfriend. Make sure he has money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Girl, go date and get a boyfriend. What you waiting on? All you got to do is go out and act dumb and ask questions. You have a boyfriend in a week or less. Okay. If he keeps insisting on eventually having sex and I don't want to, girl, they're always going to mention having sex and you're not going to want to. That's the whole game. That's the whole game. That's all your power right there. Use it. Use your power. It's like, maybe. Let's see how this week goes. And then whatever you ask for, you're going to get, ma'am. Oh, the occult college sprinkle sprinkle. Yes. Okay, so thank you. Is that terrain? Appreciate you. Yes. Okay. Oh, colleagues, sprinkle, sprinkle. Instead of asking me for my number, men will give me their business card. I'm against contact. First feels out like I'm chasing thought. Well, whatever their business is, you say, you know what? If I ever need a such and such, you'll be the first one I call. And then put it in your purse like you're not going to use it. Then he'll ask for your number, ma'am. He'll be like, well, let me get your number. Do you have a card? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're in the process of leveling up. Can't wait to see what happens next summer. Good for you, man. So, y'all know what? Y'all want to hear something funny? So, yesterday, we released Siren's Splash, my collab fragrance with Oud of Jira. The link is in the description bar below if y'all want some. But this will help seduce a man quick. I'm trying to tell y'all. $50 today only. If y'all get this, because normally it's $99, but it's a beautiful bottle. The smell is enchanting, very feminine, very alluring. If you hurry up and get yours today only, it's only going to be $50, which is like literally half price. And I didn't know yesterday was National Fragrance Day. I had no idea. And we released Siren's Splash. And that was so cool how that worked out. What are the notes? Oh, there's a watery essence to it, a touch of light oud. There's white rose. There's melon. And there's a little bit of just a light, airy, floral, fresh scent that just makes it's like a mermaid's perfume. That's what you would think of, like a siren's splash. Like if a mermaid got out of the water or a siren came onto the land and she did this to her hair. This is what she would smell like sexy, seductive, feminine, enchanting. Like this smell alone will literally do half the seduction for you. I wore this so many times, and James like, okay, not you smell good, but like, that smells really like he said, like he was hungry or something. He said, that smells really good. And he doesn't say stuff like that. He's like, that smells good. Oh, that's a nice, that smells good. He said, that smells really good. Let me smell it again. I'm like, I gotta take this off. Let me wash it off. No. But no, it smells really good. Y'all are gonna love it. I am confident that y'all are gonna love this. It's a great fragrance. The link is in the description bar at the top. Oh, Sarah, sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 25 and looking for a millionaire provider. I went to happy hour a couple of times, but only saw couples planning and attending a charity. Any advice or tips on how to dress and navigate? Okay. If you're going out for happy hour, try lunch instead. Because if you're only seeing or go earlier, if you can manage to go to the earlier part of happy hour, because sometimes the late part of happy hour, couples meet up. But if you go earlier, more single people are there at the earlier part of happy hour, or go to lunch during your lunch break, go to like a nice restaurant bar, or try to go on like a Monday or a Tuesday when it's not really couples time, you know? Because a lot of people try to go places on Fridays, Saturdays, and those are all date nights. So hopefully you're not out on a date night. You'll have better luck if you're out on a Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, along came P, sprinkle, sprinkle, thank you. He said he was a provider and he was going to do all this stuff for me. Now that I'm pregnant, he was switched up. He wants to go 50-50 with custody and everything we make at some. Should I act like I lost my job? Yeah, you should make like you lost your job, man. And then he'll have to man up. Ain't no going 50-50. Also, when you get pregnant by a man that has, you got to make sure he has money first, not what he says he has, but you have to go and get online, type in all his information, make sure you know he got some real money, because a man with real money don't need you to go 50-50, man. You don't get pregnant by a man that don't have no real money if you want to be taken care of, you know. You know what? And it's too late now, but yeah, act like you're not working anymore and make him man up. But honestly, if it's not too late for some of you ladies, do not get pregnant unless the man has real money. When I say real money, I mean 50-50 is never going to be an option, because they would never ask you to do that, because real money don't need your half of the rent. You know what I'm saying? And what type of man wouldn't be embarrassed when his wife is out, you know, working while she has a pregnant belly? What man doesn't have shame for that? You know, I would never. I wouldn't. I said, you know what? I would tell him, baby, I don't want to embarrass you or us by being out working while I'm pregnant. I mean, that's going to look bad on your half, on your name. Everybody's always asking, why doesn't he let you stay home? Why doesn't he let you do this? Why do you have to work pregnant? Does your man have financial problems? It's so embarrassing. And my mom said I shouldn't even be working. So, and my job told me, you know, they can't really use me at this time because I'm pregnant. And it's not like something that they, you know, anticipated. And they said I can come back later, but, you know, they're probably going to replace me. So I kind of just quit. Just lie. Make them go man up. Oh, Norma, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Make it seem like a big deal. Don't sit there and accept that crap. Change the narrative. Change the narrative, man. This is your world. You bringing life into this world. Again, I don't know if you have children before that, but you run this. What are y'all doing? If you don't want to work, quit your job. If you want him to man up, tell him to man up. Say, look, this is your chance and opportunity to become the man you're supposed to be. Women push men to the next level to be better. Now I'm 3 months pregnant. Go to your doctor and get a note saying you got to be on bed rest. They'll write it for you. Just tell them, look, my husband Dusty and he need to get it together. So write me a bed rest note and be done. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm not getting ready to compromise with that. I'm sorry. I run it. I run this. They gonna do what I say. Okay. That's the attitude you have to have. Now, that's not the attitude that you have to convey. You don't have to say, I run this, I'm gonna do what I want. You can say, you know what? So many people are asking me why I'm not in bed or why I'm not at home. And, you know, this is my husband, does he have a job? It's so embarrassing. You just lie, make it sound like he needs to man up. Don't see some women have been programmed to just take whatever somebody tells them and then fall in line. I'm not getting ready to fall in line. You getting ready to man up or get put on paperwork. Okay, that's just gonna be it. So there is no discussion. We ain't doing no 50-50. I'm not working pregnant. You better man up or get out. And I will definitely have the child support people contact you. If you're gonna be working while pregnant, he doesn't need to be there, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're gonna be clocked in working while pregnant, why is the man there? You might as well have gotten a sperm donor. Okay. If your man can sit and eat full meals without throwing up in his mouth and have the consciousness to know that you're standing up, sweet feet swole, pregnant belly, and still can sleep at night, that's not your man, ma'am. That's your sperm donor. Because I would never. And you need to tell him this. And you have the excuse because you're emotional because of your hormones. Go use it. And start crying if you have to. Use your seduction to tell him, look, I'm getting ready to give birth. I can't be out there. Pregnant women's immune systems are lower. And he wants you out there in the world. He don't love you. You got to tell him. Some men don't even realize this. You have to educate them. Okay. And I'm sure, like a lot of you ladies, if y'all just put y'all's foot down, men will act accordingly. Okay. Because you will embarrass him hard enough for him to do the right thing, hopefully. How can you have your dad's millionaire best friend give me money? Ask him if he got $1 million. He's your dad's friend. He's like, well, why can't you get it from your dad? Because I want it from you. Dude, you're a millionaire. You're like, you forgot my birthday last whatever. You're like, oh, I did. It's like, yes. But you can make it up to me. I've been, really wanting us, this blah, 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 and it costs this much money. So whenever you want to give me that happy belated birthday gift, I'll gladly accept. So it's kind of childish. It's a little bit seductive. And he really did forget your birthday, probably. Okay. Your provider boyfriend wants his family to have long stays at our house. I can't stand them more than 5 days. Go on vacation while they come over. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Like, you know what? I'm going to go visit my sister or my parents. And y'all have fun. Be gone. When they come, you go. Get you an Airbnb on his credit card and go have fun or go visit your family members. Or go on vacation. Or go shopping and stay in a hotel in the same city. It doesn't matter. If you don't like them and you don't want to be there, then leave. And eventually he's going to start to realize that you don't like it and he's going to invite them over less. Uh-oh. Avanthia, sprinkle, sprinkle. You are so wise. You have so much depth. Love you. Oh, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sometimes y'all have to be bold. And remember, if you're a good seductress, they'll forgive you for whatever you're going to do because you know how to ask for forgiveness in a seductive manner. and they might be a little bit afraid of you too. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Like, you know what? I want you to spend as much time with your family as possible, and I'm just going to be in the way. So I'm going to go visit my, whoever, or I'm just going to go into town for a few days and just relax and go to the spa and maybe, get a room and then just go shopping and just, do some self care while y'all, have family time. So I'll see y'all later. Bye. That's all you got to do. Don't get mad because they're coming over. You leave and go do something fun. All right. You said when you educate them, they put you in teacher world in a game and show off with others. I need to get out of it. Okay, you don't need to educate them like a teacher. You need to educate them like a child. You know how kids teach you by acting dumb and innocent, but still stating facts. So, for example, you need to be like, you know, my doctor said that when you're pregnant, your immune system's a lot lower. Excuse me, I think I'm like coming down a little bit something. And also, they said don't overexert myself and that I should rest a lot more. So don't educate like a teacher, educate like a child or like someone that doesn't know a lot, but still state facts. It's like when I need to tell my husband something and I don't want to take on that teacher role, I get one of my kids to tell him. So, for example, if there's something that I want him to know, but I don't want to like take on the teacher role, I'll say, Layla, say that you've been doing research online and act concerned and like be like, Dad, did you know that online it says such and such? I didn't know that. And then it's gonna be then it's hilarious because then James will come and tell me and he'll become the teacher. He's like, oh yeah, you're not supposed to do that. That's not how it's done. Yeah, because I saw it online. I've been researching. Like, I know because I sent the researchee to you, the researcher to you. Can you sing my bottle? I don't even know that song, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But can you send my bottle? Well, I don't send these out. I am working with a company with a collab fragrance that I designed, and they're going to send it out to you. They said if you ordered last week or no, if you ordered yesterday, your stuff should be to you by Wednesday. If you order today, probably a little bit later. But yeah, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Rocket and Chico. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Melinda. Um, Thanks for your work. You're amazing. I appreciate you. I gotta go in a little while though, but yeah. How do you seduce a man older and wiser than you? You don't have to be older or wiser to seduce. You have to, play into their fantasies and make them feel important. Like, you need to make them feel like they can't live without you, man. So if they're older, you appeal to, your youth. You're like, I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. So many things that I want to do. What do you want to do? You look like you like to have a lot of fun, or you know lots of fun things to do. I can tell you probably have some cool places or fun things that I've never done before. So you're seducing them because they have all this experience and knowledge that you don't have. And they're automatically going to start like spewing out fun things or cool places to go or the places they want to take you. You know what I'm saying? So you play on your youth and their experience. Okay. That's it. You see, y'all know she dyslexic and proofread. No, I just play dumb, y'all. I read so many books. You see, when you play dumb, people want to do so much more for you. When you're smarter than everyone else, people resent your intelligence. I've learned that. Like when I was younger, you know, I'm very much into science. I have a degree in embalming um, sciences as well as some other things. Also, I have a degree in culinary arts. I have taken microbiology, anatomy one, two. I've taken forensic pathology. I've taken like all these science and biology classes. I have literally dissected a human body and put it back together. I have literally done so many things, had to take all these tests to get licenses, and all this kind of stuff. So memorize every religion and their funeral customs. So I know a lot of things, but I don't like to lead with that because it's not very seductive in a woman. It doesn't get me paid, ma'am. So I literally can speed read. The reason why I read slow on here is because the comments are going so fast and most of the people can't even type. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Or they're using abbreviations that I'm not familiar with half the time. But for the dyslexics, I'm sorry that someone has offended you if you are offended, if you are dyslexic, because there's a lot of people that are dyslexic. So, and most geniuses actually are dyslexic, just so you know. But you wouldn't know that because you're not a genius. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Albert Einstein was dyslexic. Leonardo da Vinci was dyslexic. Some of the smartest people were dyslexic. So shout out to my dyslexics. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. How to get all the advantage while divorced if he's what? Willing to negotiate. We have a daughter. Still act like you kind of want them, but then you don't. You seduce them into what you want for divorce. Use seduction techniques like, if I ever need you, can I still call you? I'm gonna need this, and that too, right? Then touch his hand, like, I really hate that it came to this, but it's so good that we can still be friends. Flirt with him till the end. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Asha, sprinkle, sprinkle. You opened a storefront. You regret it. Second generation biz, but in my own, you have passions I'd rather pursue, but no energy to get passions off the ground to fix business. Which put your businesses online. Convert your business to online. That way you don't have to be anywhere. I don't know what you're selling, but if you can't sell it online, then most people shop online these days. So if you can do it, transfer it to an online business, and then rent the space out if you own the building. If not, You said name a smart dyslexic woman. Probably a lot of women are dyslexic who are smart and earn more money than some of these dusties up in here. Okay. Okay. You said my main advice is for a 25-year-old? No, it's not. My main advice for anybody who can pull it off. Okay. Now let me talk to some of y'all ladies who don't understand my channel. This is not a relationship advice channel. We are not looking for true love over here. Okay. If y'all looking for true love, go elsewhere. This ain't the channel. Number two, if you can't pull it off, just say you can't pull it off. Because there are people out here looking good at every age. Okay? Just say you can't pull it off. Instead of talking about how this advice is for 25-year-old, it's not for 25-year-olds. Okay? I could do this in my sleep. What are you talking about? If you don't look good, just say you don't look good and go find a way to look good. Let me tell y'all a secret, ladies. If you're sitting over there looking like who did it and why, and watching this channel and clicking on the video for more seduction techniques, and you look like you can't seduce nothing, not even a blind man, don't be mad at me. Okay, go in the mirror and fix it. Oh, Ashley, sprinkle, sprinkle. What to do about a provider man who booked a ski trip but make me and his grown boys share a room because he doesn't want to spend. Girl, why didn't y'all get an Airbnb? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I said I didn't want to go, and he basically made me come. You can't make nobody go. You just it's like, you know what? Go. You need to get an Airbnb and stop being cheap, or you need to get another room, or me and your son gonna end up together. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Tell him that. Okay, MJ, sprinkle, sprinkle. You have a stalker hacker who went to MIT and destroyed your business, leaving you broke and homeless. You need to find a protector provider who house me. How do I do this while having fearing men? Okay, first of all, girl, that sounds like a Lifetime movie for your bad life. You need to go find someone who's already rich and doesn't need anything from you. Okay? That's how you can stop fearing or hating. When dealing with a man, make sure they have way more than you and don't need your money. That's number one. So only date rich. Date man that want to give and not take. Okay? Girl, I don't even watch Lifetime because that's how horrible it is. I watch Hallmark where everything is good. Okay. You receive an allowance from him, but he's ignoring my hints for a new car. Help. Then stop giving hints and drive him to the car dealership. Okay. You're like, let's go for a drive, baby. Then pull up into the dealership. Oh, Jerica, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. All right, so let me go back to these ladies who are mad at themselves. Or men pretending to be ladies. We don't know which one they are. But either way, they need to know. If you're a lady and you are watching this channel, the whole point is to get the lifestyle that you want, not the man that you want. Okay? The man who can provide the lifestyle is the man you actually should end up with. You have helped me to gain so much confidence. Thank you. Uh-oh. Potawawadi. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all are too much in y'all's heads. Okay. You said you feel sorry for your father? Why do you feel sorry for him? You don't need to feel sorry for anybody but yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. A man who can provide the lifestyle is the man I want. That's right. Am I against trans women? No, I don't care about people being trans. Who cares? I tell y'all to go watch RuPaul's Drag Race all the times. Not trans people, but straight women who always asking me dumb questions like, what if I'm ugly and I don't know how to do hair and makeup? Go learn from trans women and drag queens. If they can pull it off, anybody can. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, sorry, you meant to say, can you autograph the bottles? I don't send out the bottles. It's a collab with another company. But if I did, if I could, I would, but I don't. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want an autograph from me, go shopping on levelupcosmetics.us and order some cosmetics, order a journal, order something. And I always write out a handwritten card, a thank you card, and you'll get my autograph on that. The link is in the description bar, or just go type in levelupcosmetics.us. And that's a good way to get it. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And get some makeup or a journal at the same time. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Any advice for women that are too shy and quiet? Drink. All right. How to stop being shy towards men? Drink. Girl, when I used to go out, shots of tequila. Happy hour, get your little drink. They approach you, then you have all the confidence you need. It's called liquid courage. Or you just need to fake it until you make it. Either way. If you don't drink, fake it till you make it. Get you an alter ego and pull it out when you need it. Or you just drink. Okay, thank you. You said I am vivacious. Thanks for getting my book. I appreciate you. Same way a stripper on her first day at work stops being shy. She get drunk or high, whatever she got to do. Just take a few shots. Or fake it till you make it. Get you a disguise, go wig, and get you an alter ego. Girl, I don't know. They do deliver to different parts of the world. So it's via Etsy. So yes, just see where they deliver to. I'm sure they do. Y'all got to go in 5 minutes. You said not create an alter ego. Why not? Isn't that what seduction is? Isn't that what acting is? Isn't that what getting what you want is? Is playing a role? Just turn it on and turn it off when you need it. That's literally it. Y'all turn it on and turn it off when y'all go to work. Y'all getting on a Zoom meeting. Y'all can't turn it on and get some money from a dude. Oh, Level Up Cosmetics. It depends on what part of Europe you're from, because I do ship to different parts of the world. So see if it'll go through. I'm pretty sure it does. You said how to stop being shy around a man you like. Alter ego. Create a personality if you don't have one. If you're shy, create a personality that's not shy. Or have a few shots of alcohol to loosen up. Okay. I can't tell y'all how to stop being little girls. All I can tell you to do is fake it till you make it, create an alter ego, or have a few shots of drink. Okay. Because nobody can pull you out of your shyness but yourself. Okay. Grow up. It's time. All right. You either do it or you don't. I'm not getting ready to sit here and be like, oh, I'm shy. What do I do? Girl, get you some tequila. I'm shy. What do I do? Create an alter ego. I'm shy. What do I do? Act like you're not shy. Either way, get out of it. Snap out of it. I don't know. I don't ship out. If it's Level Up Cosmetics, just see if it's able to go through, because I have no idea. Some places won't let you ship certain things because of customs. So if it ships out, it ships out. If it doesn't, I'm sorry. It's like on a whole system that decides that or not. Can you talk more about Level Up and how to start it? Just start it, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start wherever you are with what you got until you can move forward and keep it moving. Use what you got until you can get what you want. Self-care is very important. Put yourself first. Stop doing so much for other people and put the focus back on you. That's number one. Take care of yourself. Invest into your looks. Invest into yourself. But don't be like, of course, pay all your bills and stuff. Like, be financially responsible for yourself. And then whatever you have left, put it into yourself. Okay. Or save and put it into yourself. And so you can get a man to give you money and pay for everything. And then maybe you can start your own business, save your money and spend his. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, you look so sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. I got to go. But thank you all so much for everyone who donated. I truly appreciate you. Thank you, AG. Quickly summarize the top seduction technique, please. Eye contact, voice, a tinge of innocence, and also insinuate something naughty, but only in their mind. So, for example, like, I bet you're a whole lot of fun. So they don't know where you're talking about, like fun, having fun on a date or fun in bed. You know what I'm saying? And then you just innocently blink like this. Anyway, and then change the subject. You know, you're going to make them overthink. Your job in seduction is to make the man overthink and also make him want to spend more time with you, make him want to think about you when you're not in his presence. That's your job when seducing. It's not a sexual thing. It's more of a mind thing. Okay. So watch the beginning of the video. You'll get it if you haven't been on here since the beginning. Just watch it from the start. Hopefully this will help you because I acted some of it out. Yeah, I gotta go though, but I usually start my videos earlier, but today I had to go somewhere. So I had to come in a little bit later. But thank y'all so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys. If y'all are new, please subscribe, hit the notification bell twice. That way you get all the notifications when I go live. Remember, if y'all buy this today and only today, it's $50. And actually that's half off. Sirens Splash. The link is in the description bar. And also, if y'all have got my book, Sprinkle Sprinkle, thank y'all so much. The link is also in the description bar and at the top of the live feed. And then I'm going to put it again. If y'all haven't gotten this, y'all need to get it so that y'all can be in y'all's dust-free era and have a really good book to read, okay? This is your bedtime story every night. You read to this book each day when you wake up. You'll be able to deal with less dusty situations and more provider men, okay? So I'll see y'all on the next one.